What's up, frequent flyers? I am your co-pilot, Jayden Choi, and I'm traveling by myself today. I know, right? It's exciting for me, but at the same time, it's pretty intimidating because, co-pilots don't usually fly himself or herself. Just because, it's not safe. You're supposed to have your partner with you, and then I already miss my partner, Denzel. He's the best. But I can't just rely on him. I'm a grown-ass man. Excuse my language. I gotta be where I have to be at whenever I have to. And this time I am invited to something very, very fun. So I just wanted to share my little trip from east to west real quick. I want to show you what happened. It was very inspirational, and you'll see why it was so inspirational. Let's get there. So first thing, I obviously had to take an Uber to the airport. As you can see, it was around sunrise time. It was pretty chill, nice environment. Shout out New Jersey. I chose a good day, I guess, because it was super empty. The airport was chill, quiet, empty, not too crowded. Unless I made a mistake. Wait, am I supposed to be at the airport today or tomorrow? Wait, someone sent me a video. What the heck? Sorry guys, let me check what this video is. What's up, frequent flyers? This is your co-pilot Jayden Choi checking in from Newark Liberty Airport. I am currently waiting for my flight to LA. I'm gonna be meeting with someone very special in LA during this trip, so I'm very excited. And if you want to know who I'm meeting with, well, you gotta follow me through my journey. Right now I'm pretty tired. I gotta go get some coffee before I get on my flight. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll see you very soon. I'll see you very soon. See you in LA. Peace. So yeah, then I hopped on a flight, and the flight was pretty easygoing. It was about 6 hours, 6 hours and a half. That's pretty much how it is usually when we're flying from east to west. It's tiring, yes, but if you know me, I'm an LA boy. I went to school in LA. I lived in LA for quite a while. I feel like LA is my home. For me, this trip was like going home. I was super, super excited, as you can see. What's up, frequent flyers? It's your co-pilot Jayden Choi, and I just arrived at my hotel. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm gonna get some rest today. I just showered, so yeah, I'm just gonna get some nap. And tomorrow's a big day. You'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm very excited for you guys to see what's going on as well. It's gonna be a fun day. See you tomorrow. Peace. Yeah, I was pretty tired. Not gonna lie. 6 hours of flight, and leaving super early in the morning. Generally flights are not the best place to sleep in. So the next day, I met up with the most recent boarding pass guest, Dave Young Kim, at USC Pacific Asian Museum. How awesome, isn't it? To get inside to see the artworks, we went through actually to this beautiful courtyard. He showed me around his new exhibit called Mythical Creatures, The Stories We Carry. Once you enter the exhibition, you'll get to see a lot of different artworks inside, and all these different art forms are pointing at one thing, which is immigrant stories. As you can tell from the title, this exhibition is completely about immigrants themselves, and specifically Asian immigrants, because Dave, he is Korean American. Dave specifically explained that mythical creatures are immigrants themselves. They came over with us as we brought them over. And so they're basically as alive as we are because we're keeping them alive. They are our imagination, our identity. As long as we keep them alive, they are alive. That's how he described it. And to be honest with you guys, there's just so much more than I could record because it's a big exhibition. And you will get to go around the whole building, and you'll see so many different rooms with so many different artworks. And I couldn't record everything, but at the same time, I would highly recommend you to visit there in person because It's gonna be open until September. And if you're in LA, if you're near Pasadena, why not? It's a great experience. I don't want to spoil everything for you guys. Yeah, that was my trip to Los Angeles. As an immigrant myself as well here in the US, it was very emotional for me to actually walk in there and see all those artworks because especially because I grew up in an artist family. Like I just grew up loving art, paintings, murals, and meeting Dave was a very, very big inspiration for me because looking at this exhibition with Dave, who worked on a few pieces as well himself, taught me a lot because he was giving me insights of what his true meaning of this exhibition is for. He was giving me explanations on what this means to him, and that really meant a lot to me too because he's Korean, I'm Korean. I was able to relate a lot to him, a lot to his work on this exhibition. It was truly meaningful, and I think his invite to this exhibition made my trip so much more special because I was inspired. And I just want to let you guys know, like, you don't have to travel thousands of miles across the countries and different countries to be inspired. Any travel, any trip could inspire you because on a daily basis, you are always getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your places, and learn something new every single day, every single minute. And me getting out of New Jersey, flying out to LA to meet Dave in person and seeing this exhibition, it just taught me that there's so much out there. There's just so much inspiration out there. And you just don't want to stay inside, especially if you're an artist, you got to see things from a different angle. And I urge you guys to get out of there, find something that inspires you because it's everywhere. It's literally out that door. Let me show you an example. I live in New Jersey, like I said. That's only like, what, 30 minutes away from the heart of Manhattan? It's not too far. Let me see what I've been through to kind of prove. When you're in New York, you gotta try this. Even though I live less than an hour away from New York City, getting into Manhattan for me is always a challenge. The traffic, the crowd, this city has everything. So every time I drive to New York, I tell myself, this is the biggest city in the world. I want to get out of my comfort zone, at least when I'm here. So here I am, going to try something I usually don't. This is Katsdelikatassin, one of New Yorkers' favorite pastrami sandwich place.
So good?
That's a piece of art right here. For real! Look at that. Look at that. Alright, we're at one of the most famous sandwich store in the world, Katsdeli, and we're about to try one of their menus. We're trying pastrami on rye, Reuben. Look at that. If I'm being honest with you guys, pastrami sandwich is quite far away from the culture I grew up with. Mind you, I'm coming from Asia, Seoul, South Korea. But at the end of the day, there's always something new to try. Another day, another inspiration. This is exactly why we do Boarding Pass, to be inspired every day. I am your co-pilot, Jayden Choi. Thanks. So yeah, this is actually something new that we're trying out. It's called Inspiration Needs No Visa, like you saw on the logo in the beginning of this little clip. We're gonna do a little clips like this as kind of like, you guys know Ice Bucket Challenge. This is gonna be basically like that, but Inspiration Needs No Visa Challenge. We're gonna invite you guys to record a short clip, a minute or two. No need to be longer than that. During that clip, you just basically show us where you went, what you did, and what that taught you, what lessons you've learned. Because I learned a lesson to get out of my comfort zone just by going to a deli in New York. You could literally go anywhere. You could go to your backyard and find a beautiful flower saying that every day after a tough moments, your flowers will still bloom. And I'm just mumbling right now, but at this point, you know what I'm trying to say. inspiration is there, and you don't have to really look for it. It's right there. I have been very privileged to be invited by Dave. Thanks to boarding pass team and thanks to you guys, frequent flyers. I am very grateful that I am a part of this project. I was able to learn so many things from this trip, and I really hope you guys learn the same, just as the same as I learned. It's a beautiful thing, and I just wanted to share this. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to see you guys in the next episode. Peace. This podcast is made possible with assistance from entertainment and media lawyer Gordon Firemark, who helps film, television, podcast, and digital creators achieve the impact they deserve.
Boarding Pass is a production of IYMS Films, available wherever you listen to podcasts. We hope you enjoyed today's show, and if you did, please share, subscribe, like, and review. We definitely want to hear your feedback, and we always appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.